Good morning, boys and girls. So we are almost to the end of this unit. We have two more lessons, and today is lesson number 9. So one of the things that I've been trying to help you understand this unit is the concept of where you are in the world. So this is a representation of our Earth. It's our planet Earth. And on planet Earth, there are different areas of land. Now on this planet, on this globe, it shows all of the different countries, different colors. The countries aren't really those colors. Like if you went, this country is Russia. If you went there, the dirt would not be green. Here they would not be blue. So that's just has different colors so you can tell where the different countries are. So on the Earth, there are many different land masses. You can see that there's a lot of ocean. There's a big ocean. This is the Pacific Ocean. And there are countries within the land masses. So this is a land mass called North America right here. And on North America, we have 3 countries. There's Mexico down here. There's the United States of America right here, the gold one. And up here, there's Canada, which is kind of maroon. This is part of the United States. It's Alaska. Now, also part of the United States is a little section of islands out here called Hawaii. So those are also part of the United States. Hawaii is a state, Alaska is a state. And there are 48 states in this part that's connected to Canada and Mexico on the land mass called a continent. So within that country, the United States of America, there are states. And we've been talking about the states where you live. So here is, again, if you go to Idaho, there is no purple earth right here. I just colored them different colors so you can tell where all the different states are. And there's Texas, there's California, Nevada, Utah. I think that's why Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona. Okay, so these are all the states. Montana's up here. All these states are around Idaho. And some of you live in Illinois, some of you live other places. Maybe you know people that live in other states. But so within the United States, there is your state where you live. So the one way to think about this is my house. So that would be like the world. And in that house, there are different rooms. Like I'm right in the preschool room right now in the basement. But within the basement, in the preschool rooms, there are also specific places, like there's couches, there's the TV. So I can be anywhere in that room and still be in my house, or the United States of America, or the Earth, still be in this room, which could be the United States of America, but be on my chair, which could be like my state. Now also, so I can be all those things at the same time. I am on my chair, I am in my basement, I am in my house. So just like that, I can be in Idaho, I can be in the United States, and I can be on the Earth. So there's one more. You know that your state is pretty big, and within your state, you live in a particular place. So here's my state, Idaho, and here's the place where I live in Idaho. So that might be the top of my head. So the top of my head is on my chair, which could be my state, which is in my room, which could be the United States of America, my country, which is in my house, which could be the world. So one particular point can be in all those places, right? And so each of you live in a particular place called a community. It might be a city, it might be a province, it might be they call these different things. It might be a town. Where I live is just out in the country, in a particular place in the country called Grant. It's not even a city. So each of you live in a place like that. It might be Grant, it might be Manan, it might be Louisville. Rigby is the closest big town to us that's a little bit bigger, and Idaho Falls. So those are some places you might say you're from, but you don't actually live in Rigby or live in Idaho Falls maybe. Louisville and Manan are both towns, so you might live in one of those. but within your state, you live in a community. So I want you to think about, and each of them will be different. So you need to ask your mom and dad, what community do I live in? And that's like the spot on top of my head, the little spot. Each of us lives in a community, which is in a state, which is in a country, which is in the earth. So that's how it works. So we started with big and we're getting smaller, 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 and now we are in our community. So I want you to think about some things that you like about your community. And you can't tell me because I can't hear you unless you want to send me a text. But some of the things that I like about my community is that there are a lot of spaces in between houses. I like that I have a big yard and a lot of space all around my house, and some beautiful trees. And I like that I can see there's lots of farmers that live in my community, and they grow wheat and potatoes and barley, and I can watch those, and hay, and I can watch those things grow throughout the year, and I really love it when they cut the hay. It smells so good to me. I like that I can see the sunrise and the sunset. There's not a lot of mountains really close by, so I can see really beautiful sunrises and really beautiful sunsets. That's one thing I like about my community. I like the people who are very friendly and helpful to each other. So that's another thing I like about my community. So think about some of the things that you like about where you live. Maybe it's your neighbors. In the past, I've heard preschool kids say they like where they live because it's close to their grandma, or because it's close to their friends. And so those are all reasons to love where you live. Maybe you like the weather where you live. Maybe you like it that it's warm in the summer and cold in the winter because people like the changing of the seasons. So whatever it is, your community is unique, just like you are unique, which is what we talked about in September. You are unique, your community is unique, and there is always something to love about wherever you live.